guys watch that video? I know it was just a time lapse, but when we ripped up to Steamboat the other day on the bike, well, that was the other day. She's a winter wonderland again. My buddy Wade, who was with me, may as well tear his bike apart and get out his to-do list. What's up? Welcome back, y'all. Got a little list of things to do. Bars, front tire, 4 speakers, an amp, a couple other little oddball adjustments. I just set it on the jack. Let's get the seat busted off, knock out some bags and whatnot, and we'll take it from there. So there's lots of good videos. I'm not going to show you any videos on how to take the ignition out. One thing to note, when you're taking it out, especially when you're doing as much as I'm doing here, because I'm doing the audio all at the same time. So when you take the ignition out, keep the bars straight, because if you take them out with it turned off to the left, you have your ignition out and it's stuck in the lock position. Bars straight. As soon as I got the seat off and whatnot, I put a strap down because I'm sitting on my center stand jack and you don't want to accidentally bump and knock the bike over. Couple different rules of thumb. The one I followed with was before I disconnected the negative on the battery, which is underneath the ECU on this bike. This is a 2013. So you turn the ignition on and pull the main fuse, which was right here, and then you disconnect the negative battery cable. Your security system was disabled when the battery was disconnected. It won't remember that it was security enabled. That's the Harley recommended way. The only other real things to note are, this little bugger here we're looking for that amp. It took me probably half an hour to find it because it was tucked in behind here. That harness has to work its way through here, and we got to lift the fuel tank. So here we go. On a side note, see that? Somebody took the time to make a wonderful solder connection, and then they used that stupid brush-on electrical tape. If you are, put something on over top of it afterwards. All it takes is this stuff to get brittle. It starts to crack, and then look at what's right there. Perfect ground spot. Yep, it's pretty naked. We put a bigger set of bars on. We're putting the amplifier in, so we had to knock the tank off. Depressurize the fuel system. Quick coupler, piece of cake. If you need more on that, we'll find a video on that. Other than that, she stripped right down. So we started off, we've got the amplifier mounted in here. We're ready for the Tour Pak to go back on. We've got the wiring harness run to here. We've already taken out, this is the ECM tray. We're taking it out, hooked up the positive. The 3 negative leads are here. We're not going to do anything with them. That'll be the last thing we do. But our wiring harness comes through. It comes all the way through inside the pocket here, down around the neck, coming out on this side here. We've got it run up inside the harness. This will be our leads for our speakers, one on either side. We have to make a connection in the interface harness. These 2 plugs here, Deutsch connector, easy peasy. Pop this out, pop your plugs out, push your pins in. They're labeled 4 and 5, piece of cake. Fairing back together. We've got a headlight adjustment to do. We'll take off the trim bezel. Cleaning as much as I can underneath before I put everything back on. You can see I started here where the amp and everything else is going. So we got a, I think we figured it was 4 inches of rise on the handlebars in the end. Boom Audio mids and tweets in the back. Boom Audio mids and tweets in the front. Amplifier. Put the base port package in for the Tour Pak. She's got a new front tire. Did the rear last fall. We got the one light bolted back up tight. Black, I'm not going to say it on camera. Through one last fit. I didn't know if I was going to have to do the same thing I did on my bike, and that's take the clutch cable out from in the dash, and lo and behold, it was binding up. So I brought it out to wash it, and no clutch. So I wound up having to take all that apart, take the clutch cable out and route it down the same, just so that it doesn't have any binding, and it's got a nice approach angle back into here, because otherwise it was pulling it right down and the gap was wide open and it was just ugly. So there you have it.